Cherry cake, a delicious combination of fresh sweet cherries in a sponge cake batter. Very versatile cake to be as all flour or half and half or completely gluten-free with just only almond flour. You can serve this delicious cake as a brunch dish or supper or even after supper. Either way, a lovely way to eat fresh cherries. So to begin our cake, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 200 degrees Celsius. And then of course we need cherries. We need 3/4 of a pound, which is about 350 grams. Normally you would cut up all the cherries and add them to the batter. But the problem with that is once it bakes, you can't really see the cherries. So until you cut into it, you don't know it is cherry cake. So what we're gonna do is take about 1/3 of the cherries, which is about 14 cherries, and what we're gonna do is cut those in half and put those on the cake about halfway through baking, so that way it won't sink. And to the remaining cherries, we are going to chop them in bite-sized pieces and add them inside the batter. For now, leave them to the side. With a food processor, grind half a cup unsalted almonds. Or you can simply use store-bought almond meal or almond flour. This will really add nice almond flavor and plus a little bit of grittiness to our cake. But if you are in a nuts-free diet, you can skip this part and add half a cup more to your flour. And also, if you want a gluten-free cake, you can replace the flour in this cake with just almond flour. In a large mixing bowl, add 2 room temperature eggs and sugar and beat them in high speed until it is really thick and light colored. Something about 5 minutes. Add 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and if you want to intensify the almond flavor, you could also add about 1/4 of the teaspoon almond extract. Now add room temperature melted unsalted butter to our mixture. Fold in gently and don't overbeat. Now add room temperature milk to our batter. You can use whole fat milk like I'm using it for a richer tasting cake, or just use skim milk or even almond milk if you prefer. I'm going to fold in my dry ingredients with adding in several stages. First, I'm adding half of my flour and then rest of my flour with baking powder. Mix all well together. Now add those almond flour, almond meal or whatever you name it, fold them in. Now add all those chopped cherries, nice and gently fold them in. Okay, and we done. Grab a 9-inch cake pan and grease it with oil or butter and place a parchment paper at the bottom. Pour in the batter gently into the pan. And then with a spatula, spread the batter evenly. And tap the pan several times until there is no gaps left behind. We are going to bake the cake for about 15 minutes, just until it starts to firm up. And then we take it out and place the rest of the cherries on the top. Okay, so now as you can see, the cake is still a little wobbly. Take the rest of our cherries that we cut in half and place them on the cake. However you want. I tend to go in circle. But be careful because the pan is really hot. Don't want to burn yourself. These cherries will sink just a little when cake baked completely. Now we are going to put this back in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until it is really golden brown and toothpick inserted into the center comes up clean. There we go, our cherry cake is now ready. As you see, it is beautiful golden brown. Now let this set for 15 minutes and then ready to serve.